Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. We have a breaking news. The Montreal Canadiens trade the veteran, 29 years old, Tyler Toffoli, to the Calgary Flames, and return the Montreal Canadiens get a first-round pick 2022, their fifth-round pick 2024, the veteran Tyler Pitlick, and also the prospect Emil Heineman. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to give you everything you need to know what's happening during this trade between the Calgary Flames and the Montreal Canadiens. But before we start, we invite you, don't forget to subscribe and click on the like. And also tell me, what do you think about the trade for the Montreal Canadiens? Who do you believe win this trade? Or how do you feel about the Montreal Canadiens lose the veteran Tyler Toffoli to the Calgary Flames? Before I give you all the stat, everything on that, I just want to say that by that trade, this is only the one of many others is coming from the Montreal Canadiens. I will expect more. That's giving me a little bit more the direction where Montreal want to rebuild. That's what my feeling about that trade. So let's dive in and talking about that trade between the Montreal Canadiens. You can see behind me what they got. Tyler Pitlick, Emil Heineman, the first-round pick or the fifth-round pick. But they have some concern about that one over there. If ever the Calgary Flames are in the top 10 draft pick, the Montreal Canadiens is going to have an option to get the 2023 first-round pick overall of the Calgary Flames, and the fifth-round pick become a four-round pick. It's not 2024, but it's a 2023. That's the difference between happening if the Calgary are out of the playoff for the upcoming season. Now, what's happening, who they are? I want to mention, first of all, the first thing I want to talk about is Tyler Toffoli. What you talk about, coach? But Tyler Toffoli, guys, have an amazing, great career in NHL. Listen, he have a great years, many years with the Los Angeles Kings. He have a good year with the Vancouver Canucks before he got signed a new contract with the Montreal Canadiens. And here, what his stats. Look, during his career, he never got 30 goals per year. He's always been around 25 goals. His biggest season of 23, 24, 24, and Montreal 28. If he was play a full year, I understand he would bet over 30. But look this year, only 9 goals this season. I believe with what's going on with now, I still believe this is a good trade for the Montreal Canadiens to get Tyler Toffoli out, because we're going to rebuild anyway. So for me, if you look about his stat, it's a good trade for the Montreal, what they get. Let's dive in for the next one. And everybody is excited to know who this guy, what he does particular. First of all, Emil, he was a draft pick for the Florida Panthers in 2020 as a second-round pick, the 23 overall. Let's dive in a little bit more, give you some stat about him, honestly. He's from Sweden. He played right now all his year with the Leksand IF Sweden. He has a contract with them until 24-25. He was unsigned at that moment with Calgary Flames. Like I mentioned, he was a 43 overall pick. He is a 6'1", play both wing, more right wing, shoot on the left, and also is a 6'1", 185 centimeter, 185 pounds. A little bit more information about him. This is his stats as the last couple of years where he played. You can mention this year on the Sweden Hockey League. This is a professional, and the Sweden, you have 11 goals with 5 assists, 16 points, and 36 games. He did also play a couple of games with the U20. You can see his result. You have 5 games with 1 goal. But I want to mention to you a little bit more, to give you a little bit more information about him. And I would take a time to put me out here. Listen, this kid is really a forechecker. He's not scared. He go in the traffic all the time. He's a really great release shot. His skate's pretty good overall. And you can see at the bottom, he said, look, I won't be surprised if he works with his way from the bottom 6 SHL scorer to the top 6 SHL scorer to the top 6 American Hockey League scorer to the NHL option by the time he is 22 or 23 years old. So we have a good prospect for the Montreal in front of him. I'm telling you right now, if you have a chance watching his goal and his quick release, he has a really good forward checker. And for me, this, I believe, Emil, one day is going to be a great player in NHL. Bottom six, how you can qualify him, I wouldn't be surprised one day he become a little bit like Blake Coleman does in the NHL overall. That would be my option I have for him, to be honest with you. The next thing I want to talk about here is the finale is Tyler Pitlick. Pitlick is a veteran, 8 years in NHL. He has played over 300 games in the front team like Dallas and Calgary. And also, he has about 86 points, if I can recall it was 87. Look, he's a bottom six, more four line. For me, this is not a big deal about him. I think for the Calgary, it will give them a little bit more salary cap. He's a UFA at the end of the year. So for me, look, it's not like Montreal is really the one where the Montreal is looking for. It's really more for about the first round pick and also the players Emil Heineman overall. If you follow hockey a little bit more, Emil Heineman, it was drafted from the Florida Panthers to the Calgary Flames and returned for Sam Bennett last season. So Montreal is getting a second round pick for the 2022. The hope now is the Calgary go a little bit lower and the standing, so you get a little bit more like the 1923. You have a lot of great prospect around 20 overall pick. If the worst case, I don't see them after the 27. So Montreal get about 22, 23rd round pick for the upcoming year. Great to get Emil Heineman in return. In Montreal, I understand fans, you like Tyler Toffoli. But look, and honestly, he's not a first line player. He's more like a second line player. To get what he got in return, I think I like what Montreal got in return for Tyler Toffoli. So the time will tell us, all right? And that will give me right now what I can understand by that trade. Montreal is looking more to get more draft pick and trade more players. Don't be surprised, Elliotte is the next one. Petrie follow after that. Ken Gallagher get somewhere possible. But I feel like right now, Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon are in direction to rebuild that team. Fans, be patient. About 5 years, 3 to 5 years. So we'll see what's happening. So that's conclude another video of the Hockey Nation. I'm sure with the hockey coach guru, FRENCHY, for the Montreal Canadiens. I wish you an amazing, great day. And I can't wait to hear from you. What do you think about the transaction? And we're going to talk about more about this at 5 o'clock today. Have an amazing, great day, everybody.